here, I thought I'd hop on and share with you how my month of Inktober is going so far. For those of you unfamiliar with Inktober, there's prompts that will come out at the end of September, and there's a new prompt for every day, and you get to choose, you know, what you do with that word of the day. And so this is my first week that I've completed, and I thought I'd do it in a 4-part series so it's not this long video. And so here is my first week of Inktober so far. Thank you guys. Enjoy. Here is the journal I chose to do my Inktober in, and I got this at Michael's. It's like 10 bucks. I think it was a really good find for $10. It's a I just kept this in the back for the info. So 24 sheets, and it's 5.5 by 8.5 inches, but some of it I will be splitting the page to fill for the 31 days. On my first one, day 1 was Dream, and I chose to do a dream catcher. And I will say this, I actually went out and bought some pens to do this. It was ink pens by Artist Loft, the same manufacturer of this journal. I should have looked at it in more detail. It is not waterproof, and it was just, you know, I didn't want to spend more than $20, and I bought this, you know, I think it was like a set of 24 different colors, but I ended up not, I'm actually going to return the product. I'm not happy with it at all. And I'm going to buy my sepia pen, which is what I actually went to Michael's to buy, some sepia pens. And although I like the color, it didn't layer very well. It's really messy. But day 1 is done with a dream catcher, and I did incorporate some of the Derwent Inktense inks in here, which I do love the Derwent ink. On my second day, I did, it was spiders was the prompt, and I decided to do 2 black widows. I will tell you, while doing this, it creeped me out, like just drawing the spiders. It was a little creepy. But you know what I'm loving about this challenge? For one, it's preempted prompts, and some of the themes, it's not something I would choose to do, so this is really pushing me not only to do a medium that I am unfamiliar with and I'm slowly beginning to love, actually working with the inks, but also doing sketches that, like with stints, or there's a few others that came up. It's not something that I would have drawn, although this, I will say, this was actually relatively easy to do, and when it was all said and done, I enjoyed it. This one was fun. I really loved it. I loved the colors. I'm just off on day 3, and in doing the Derwent inks, I was still a little heavy-handed on it. I'm learning how to do it, you know, lighter is better. You can always go darker. With the ink, once you lay it down, it's pretty permanent. It's very unforgiving in the way that you can't lift it back up like with watercolor. And then here I actually left this part here. You can see I did the ink, but I didn't follow through with what I like with what I did here with the permanent marker. So with some of the imperfections, which this painting actually went through a really ugly phase, and then I went in with the marker and just kind of etched out ridges and peaks, and it turned out really pretty. Day 4, this was fun. The prompt was Dodge, and I chose to do a 1968 Dodge Charger. Because I chose 1968 because it was the year I was born, and I thought, okay, let's take a look. I didn't even know what a 68 looked like, and when I found this pic, I found it on Shutterfly. I loved the angle of it, and it was really, really fun doing this one. Also in the Inktense, and you can see a little more detail with the lights, and it was fun. I enjoyed this one. Day 5 was map, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to do a traditional map, and then I thought, you know, this is actually something, and this is another thing too with Inktober. It's not only pushing me to do a medium I'm not familiar with, but it's giving me ideas for other pieces, things that I would probably like to incorporate into a nice piece of art and turn it into a print. Someone's stopping right here. And so this is a map to success. And you know, because this is kind of life, right? It's got its ups and downs and peaks and valleys. Here's a dip here. How do I get over this? And kind of like the things that we say to ourselves as we go through our day, as we go through our life, with things that hit us and things that inspire us. Life is great, and the only way to fail is if you give up. Day 6 I chose to do, this was something I did very similar to what I did in my art journal. The prompt was golden, and you would have to, let me see if I can pick if this can be picked up in the light here. You can see some of the gold. There you go. See some of the gold. It is so pretty, you guys. And I took some pics and posted it on my social media, but it just did not do this painting justice. Let me see if I can get a little bit more here. It is so pretty. And I thought of doing a darker value, you know, even doing the grass a little. Sorry for the rickety camera. Yeah. Oh, let me just stabilize this here. I've got this on a tripod because I don't have a overhead in my van here. Okay. Oh, sorry guys. Okay. Wait, hold on. Okay, there we go. So I wanted to do maybe a darker area for the grass area, but I just liked this lighter theme, and I did go in and do some stonework that was a little darker, but I kind of wanted to keep this light, and I like the way this the overall look on this one. So day 6 golden. Day 7 this was fun. The prompt was drip, and so I chose to do a steamy shower door. It was fun doing this one as well. It was, overall, it's all fun, you know, because I'm doing something I'm really passionate about. And this was really, what I learned with this is just layering the ink. This is also the Derwent inks, and just, you know, doing some misty areas, and even the water drops, you know, in the darker areas. I really liked how realistic some part of this looked, just with layering the ink, because what I liked about the Derwent inks, because it's permanent, once you layer it and you go back in with your second layer and you start glazing, you don't disturb the underlayer. So I really love this about the ink. So I I definitely will explore a lot more with the Derwent inks, and just because even though it's unforgiving, once it goes down you can't lift it. With watercolor, once you start glazing, you can disturb the other layers really easily. And then here's a little sneak peek on day 8. The prompt is toad, and I thought, okay, since I am manifesting my prince and I'm gonna kiss this frog. Yeah, there is a difference between frogs and toads, and even though I know this is more of a frog than a toad, I chose to do this. Not truly in line of the day's word, but here I got a little better at shading, and even though these are super juicy lips here, I did get a little more of a feel for the inks. So there you go, guys, my first week, and I still have a long way to go here, but my first week with the inks and ink tints and Inktober, lots of fun. So stay tuned for my second week, which I will post at the end of my second week. Love you guys. Thank you for joining me. Bye.